Hi guys, welcome to the video. My name's Tim and I'm going to quickly take you around this business class lounge in Changi. It's called the Silvercrest Lounge. It's one of the most extensive business class lounges in the world, one of my favorite ones. I'm going really quickly simply because it was so crowded and lots of people don't like to be filmed, so bear with me. There's a great array of foods, cold, warm, Western, Asian, basically anything you'd like for breakfast. It was breakfast time that's one of my Asian breakfasts I got. I also got a Western breakfast before that. This is on the right hand side, so as you enter the lounge, this is what you'll see. And then that's walking through what I like to call the mezzanine of lounges, or as my friend calls it, the boulevard of lounges. This is the level just up from Terminal 3 where the main shopping area is, and there is an array of lounges. There's Sats Premier, there's DTS. Just having a look over the balcony here. You can see all the shopping areas. That's a normal standard Terminal 3 shopping, and then just get the escalator up to the terminal, to the mezzanine as it's called, or level 1 maybe. And this is where you'll find the majority of your business class lounges at Terminal 3. That's the DBS lounge. Again, Sats Premier. Now, this is one of my favorite spots, just to the right of where the lounges are. That's an open area which anyone can just sit down. If you can't afford business class lounges or hotel accommodation and you're young and you're traveling around Asia and Europe and the rest of the world, it's areas like that in airports, or this, what you can see, that is really good for young travelers. Because I remember when I was young, I was just halfway through university, I was on holiday break and we're traveling through Asia. I remember coming to Changi, and rather than spending a night at a hotel, we just crashed there. It was great. We had like 15 hours to muck around. We actually left Singapore for a while, left Changi for a while, and then we got back. We had a little sleep at a rest. Singapore's clean, as you know, and we just chilled out there, had a little bit of a nap, and got on our flight. Obviously, as I got older, I've been able to afford different things, but we all start off at different levels, and we all experience different things. And as a young person, I really enjoyed those times. So a little tip for those who are younger and probably are building up to flying business class, certainly like I did, because I could not afford business class when I was young, and I had to learn to value money in many ways. This is our aircraft. It's a 777-300, and I'm just about to board, so why don't you join me? Okay, welcome on board. This is a bulkhead business class seat. It's in the new style. I love this decor. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Just have a look at the matching colors, the gold, the beige, the brown with a hint of purple. It looks amazing. If you look at my video before this, it was in the Airbus A380, and it was also the bulkhead seat. As you can see, it's probably a little bit smaller, but I would still prefer this. I just think it looks more stylish, more comfortable, a bit more modern. I know that the other seat had more space, but for some reason, I prefer this. So if you disagree, just make a comment and tell me why. So let's have a look at the functions of this particular seat or this particular area. The Lush leather upholstery is very comfortable. The size and the space is certainly very good in terms of business class standards, probably one of the best in the world. As you can see, I've done a bit of duty-free shopping there. You can see my warm hot towel waiting for me. You get basically 2 windows to each business class seat. You can see the hand controls that fit into the side of the compartment there. A few storage spaces. Okay, so I'm just sitting down now. I'm 182 centimeters. You can see my leg room. What I'm going to do now is actually show you the entertainment system. It's had a revamp. It's been uplifted, and they've made some improvements. It is amazing. So if you're a little bit over watching the entertainment system, you can fast forward a couple of minutes, or a minute or so. But I'm just going to show you. I'm just flicking now. You can see all the seasons. So I'm actually on the seasons section. Okay, you can see Two Broke Girls season 2, and then I'm just scrolling down through all the episodes. It is comprehensive, really is. American Dad. I'm just getting, my senses, so to speak. So there are some of your options. There's back-to-back episodes, awards showcase, complete seasons, new films on board, new series on board. So I'm going to pick something new maybe. Again, I'm actually getting used to it myself. I'm playing around with it. A little bit slow. I apologize for how slow I am with this new system. There we go, television, movies. Then you can go to My Flight. There's en route connections, arrival information, Chris Shop, surveys, deals in Singapore. Okay, so here are some of your controls. As you can see, there's Do Not Disturb, the attendance button. You can change the lumbar of your chair, your seat. As we move up to the left-hand side of the seat, there's some lighting controls, bed lighting, angle lighting, all with some amazing upholstery. There you are. I'm just going to stretch out, put my foot up on the ottoman maybe. Apologise for the pretentious Ralph Lauren pyjamas. I know lots of my friends gave me a hard time over those. I don't think I'll wear them again because they gave me a hard time for being so pretentious, and I apologise. So I'm just going to go now from a seating position, or from a seated position. I ordered my first drink. It was a Johnny Walker Black, a Coke Chaser, so warm nuts. You see the time there in Singapore versus Sydney, a 2-hour difference. Okay, so here's some of the storage places and some of the compartments. I got my hat and my jumper just stored there nicely with some of my recording equipment. Some USB ports and charge areas. That's the latest controller. If you look at my previous video, it was the old style before the refurb. That's far more modern, a bit more user-friendly too. So you just push up, and that's where your table is. I'll just push that back down. I think you've all seen a table before. And some more storage space. What I put there, that's where your noise-cancelling earphones are. Just shut that. Okay, so that's your menu. I think we might have a look at the food options in a minute. Okay, let's have a look at what there is to eat and drink aboard this business class flight, Singapore to Sydney. Okay, so I'm sure if you're a bit bored of this, you can just fast forward, but there are some of your choices. Second drink of the afternoon or morning, or 20 past 10 I think the time set. So, and I washed that scotch down with some Perrier. I really enjoyed myself both in Colombo and in Singapore, and it clearly shows. I need to go to the gym as soon as possible. The first course was crab and salad. This was a beautiful dish. It was Balinese chicken, very tasty. that was the meal after I woke up, and I'll show you the bed in a minute, but it was the refresher meal coming into Sydney, and it was noodle or seafood noodles. Those are the two desserts. They gave me both options, and they gladly gave me both options. It was a strawberry gelato and a chocolate and raspberry tart. Both were fantastic. I love flying the Asian airlines, but I must profess, I mean, their desserts are very good, but probably some of the Western airlines do it a little bit better. Okay, so here's the bed. You have to go behind your seat, click up, and the seat folds down. This is by far, in my opinion, the best bed in business class. But unfortunately, I don't make a very good bed. In fact, I make a quite poor bed. And as you can see, I'm doing my best to make it. And as I say, probably the worst bed in business class in terms of who makes it. If I did have the cabin crew make it, I'm sure that'll be a beautiful job. But I don't know about you guys, and I'd love you to comment in the comment box. I find it a bit difficult to ask someone to make my bed for me. Anyway, look, that's the bed I made, and it's embarrassingly bad. Singapore Airlines has a beautiful bed. I just make it really badly. But look, I had a great afternoon sleep, and it was fine. But do you think that's the worst bed in business class as made by me? Certainly give me a shout out in the comment box. But in terms of the bed Singapore Airlines offers, it's amazing. So, had a little bit of a nap, and I'm just coming to Sydney now. I'm pushing it on the fast forward. And I love airports at night. I don't know about you, but I just love taxiing in and knowing that my holiday is finished, but just to sit and stare out there and wonder where all those flights are going and what corners of the world that these aircraft will be visiting almost makes me want to turn around and jump back on the aircraft again. It's certainly quite an interesting feeling and a sensation. But there was a bit of a delay here. That's because the Air New Zealand 787 had been held up a bit, and we were taking their slots, so we had to wait for them. But guys, while you are watching this or just about to turn off, I'll be making a few more videos, more than I have been making before in 2020, so please subscribe. I know I'm not a professional YouTuber, but I do have some interesting views and experiences, so why don't you join me and listen to a bit more. I pay for all my flights. This flight cost me about $4,500, Sydney, Singapore, Colombo, and then back again. So it is, my personal views on it, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you do subscribe. I try to upload content, but because I pay such a high price on my seats, it's hard to be flying all the time. And there's that 787 right there, who just opened up their spot for us, and we'll be taxiing in. So yeah, please do subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in 2020. I'll be doing my next video, Sydney, Hawaii, and I'll be going to the Pullman Resort in Hawaii during the Australian summer, which is coming soon. So please, I know that I'm not uploading as quick as other YouTubers, but hopefully 2020 I'll be making a lot more. So as we just park next to this A380 Emirates aircraft, my beautiful Singapore adventure aboard this lovely 777 has come to an end. But I thank you and keep watching. Cheers guys, bye.